How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Rads. It's great to be live again. Probably the shortest gap I've had in a long time since I've done a stream. I did one to Coventry a few weeks ago. I thought today would be a good opportunity to do another one, mainly given the fact I needed a video to upload. I'll just let people come in before I really get into any kind of proper conversation. But welcome. It's another very hot day in England, so it's going to be a bit painful not having my fan on. So I might be really sweaty by the end of this stream, but hopefully, but it will be enjoyable. Hertha Berlin, though, interesting test for Forest. I believe they did. I don't even think they did that well in Germany last season, but they have actually got some decent players in there. So yeah, hopefully it's a good test for us. So far, pre-season's been a little bit flat for Forest. You know, we lost to Coventry. Edge past Burton. We're actually playing at Burton again today, of course. Steve Cook got the winning goal, obviously, in that match. And then, obviously, today, playing Hertha, played Barnsley at the weekend. So, bit of a mixed bag, really. But ultimately, it doesn't matter what the result is in pre-season. It's all about building fitness up. We've got a few people coming in the chat now. That's good. LJP, Johnny, good to see you in here. DDO92. How's everyone doing? Get your comments in the chat. I was actually debating whether I should do a stream or not today, but I thought, you know what? I've got a video for Friday, which I'm looking forward to showing you all. Obviously, I uploaded Monday. If you've not seen that, needed something else. So I thought, Coventry was a success. Easy for you to say. We'll do another one. So, yeah. Now, on to the lineups. Obviously, it's all room for experimentation when it comes to pre-season. Obviously, Forest have been very busy when it comes to transfers. But we are starting to get a more recognisable team now, or a more stronger team, because the Coventry game was pretty makeshift, wasn't it? You look at this team, apart from Cafu and Lard Taylor, you'd probably say it's not far off our strongest team, really. I mean, you know, we're still missing Surridge. We can't have Yates just yet. I think Yates will be available for Newcastle, in my opinion. And obviously, also missing. I'm sorry, I'm missing someone else. Oh yeah, we haven't got O'Brien in there just yet. The bench is a little bit weak in attack. You know, we've got Billy Brewster and Del Turner. No disrespect to them, but we need to replace them. This is why, in my opinion, Keane Davis wouldn't go amiss, and Jesse Lingard might very well come in, which is mad to say. I love being a Premier League club. I really do. And see us being linked with these kind of players. Yeah, just fantastic. Probably will get a few more players in, but we're looking really exciting. McKenna's also back into the starting 11. But yeah, exciting times. Evening, Tim. How you doing, mate? So happy to get the Hoods lads in. Yeah, it is. It's just like the ultimate kick in the teeth, isn't it, for the Huddersfield fans? You know, knocked them out the cup last season. The promotion started by beating them away from home, and ultimately, obviously, we beat them at Wembley, and then we signed two of their best players. Very happy with both of them, particularly O'Brien, to be honest. Yeah, looking forward to it. This one. Team is looking good, and I can't quite believe O'Brien and Toffolo are here and Lingard on the way. Wow, yes. My thoughts exactly. I'm Dan, remember, from Wales. Oh, yes, remember now. And it's funny, actually, you mentioned that. I've got a bet on your dad to neck a pint at the Spurs game. Me and my dad were actually talking about that earlier on, and he said he will do it. I think we actually kind of made the bet even bigger. We said if we beat any of the top 6 sides at home, he will do he will neck a pint of cider, I think, or the beer or anything like that. So that'll be entertaining. That'll be pretty good content, I'd say. Come on, good to see you in here. My fire stick's not working. That's a bit of an F in the chat there for ain't nobody like Joe Lolly. How you doing, Jack of all trades? Good to see you in here. What is not the score? It's hugely important in this situation. What's your predictions, everyone? Having said that, the game started. I should have already told you that. It's only just started, having said that, but it has just started. We have got 57 people in here, which is excellent. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're staying hydrated in this. I mean, it's not as warm as it was the last few days, but it's still pretty warm. So yeah, hope you're all well, everyone. Please hit the like button if you enjoy this, and of course subscribe to Rads if you're new. It'd be vastly appreciated. Where are you watching the game? I get this quite a lot when I do streams. I'm watching it on Forest TV. £5 to watch it. Hopefully the quality, so far it is actually, is a lot more. Explained why Forest just seemingly gave up with doing a stream for Burton and Barnsley, because it was pretty awful, really, the quality of stream. But so far so good. But yeah, Forest TV, if you want to watch it, everyone. Maybe on some dodgy website, but I'm not going to condone any of that. Your dad is a legend. Will he be joining at half-time? He will, yes. Absolutely. He'll be on at half-time. 2-0 Forest. Excellent. Good to see. 3-1 Reds. Good to see. Hertha actually have some good players. I looked at their squad. There's some players in there I didn't even know played for them. Like John Joe Kenny's now there. I didn't even know that. That was a very good opportunity straight away for Forest. I think it was some Aouni. I'm getting there for anyone slating me about how I say his name. But that was a good opportunity. Interesting to see that Lyle Taylor's up front. I mean, we are pretty thin at the moment up front. We are, well, just in the forward areas, but we'll get used to that. We'll sort it out. We haven't got Surridge, and ultimately we probably will sign another striker. I'm hoping for Keenan Davis, to be honest. I think there's still a chance. I look forward to him joining, of course. Yes, he'll be on later. My dad, Zinkernagel, scored for Olympiacos. Yeah, good for him. Wish him the best at Olympiacos. 70 people in here. That's excellent. Thanks very much, everyone. Get your comments in about the game or just Forest in general, whatever you want to ask. Go for it. I've shortened the scoreline as well because I noticed, now I've got this camera angle for my stream because back in the day I used to do it from this angle. My face kept getting covered up by it, my beautiful face. So I thought, okay, let's shorten it, make it like a football, like a BBC scoreline, not that that's relevant. Toffolo is also, just noticed him there, number 15. Replacing Max Lowe's number, actually, at left back. I was actually considering going to this game, but don't even know why I didn't. But I will be going to Notts County next week and hopefully Valencia at Meadow Lane. That'll be good. So I'm really, really looking forward to doing matchday vlogs again. It's been, end of May, of course, playoff final. So it'd be good to do another one. But yeah, I was considering going to this, but ultimately I didn't. And yeah, thought I'd do this instead. Yes, Carl, 100%. If I show the game, the stream would certainly get taken down. This is a watch along. If you're watching it, you're probably not because you asked that question. But it's my reaction. Just me talking about it more than anything, and just football in general, and just Forest and that. I don't stream as much as I used to, but I do that to do them every so often. But yeah, I can't show the game, believe it or not. Who's up front at the moment? We've got Awani, Taiwo, the lad from Union Berlin, and Lyle Taylor. But I don't expect Lyle Taylor to stay up front during the actual season. And I think Lyle's going to stay, to be honest, because he's being used quite a bit. Like, if you're going to freeze Joe Lolly out the team, but not Lyle Taylor, then maybe that means that we are planning on using him potentially. What do you think about the potential signing of Lingard? It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Really, it just screams the fact that welcome, you're in the Premier League now. But yeah, I'm more than ready for that. Granted, his wages will be pretty big. People are saying he's got a big ego and that, but didn't Neil Warnock say that about Jed Spence? And that worked out pretty well, didn't it? Apologies if you hear a plane go over so often. That's not ideal for sound, but I can't really help that. But yeah, Lingard. we're crying out for a attacking midfielder, aren't we? And ultimately, I think he'll do the business. We need a bit of proven quality. We've signed a lot of exciting young players. The only 2 players we have signed from the Championship are from Huddersfield, and probably 2 of the best players in the Championship, to be fair to them. So ultimately, yeah, it's good to get a bit of proven quality. But then again, whether we do get him is another question. It's a big if. I still think it's a bit too good to be true, to be honest. West Ham are studying for him. He's obviously got a good relationship with West Ham. I mean, let me know in the comments below, everyone. Do you really think Forest are going to sign Jesse Lingard? Like, it would be ridiculous if we do, but I won't say no. You're right. You were right, Rads. Yes, I am. Did I keep my same seat? I did. Yes, I'm looking forward to going back. I'm really looking forward to going back to the City Ground. It's going to be excellent. Understatement, to be honest. Just to see us play Premier League football is just mad enough. But yeah, buzzing for that. Very excited. I will be going to, like I said earlier, we'll be going to a match next week to watch Forest against Notts County. First time in quite a while, actually, we've played Notts. And ultimately, we've got Valencia as well, so I should be going to that. So 2 back-to-back vlogs next week would be very good. Plenty of vlogs coming up in the season. Of course, I'll be at probably every single home game, hopefully. I don't plan on going to any away, or not many. Having said that, I'm going to 2 next week, but they are pre-season. But yeah, away games, normally I just do a slimmed down reaction. And yeah, they always come across very well. So hopefully you're looking forward to all that. Hi from Berlin. Great to see you in here. Good to see you in here. Hope you're well. And Gamer316. Good to see you in here, mate. How you doing, David? I'm good, Dextertinio. Would you rather have Lingard or Gibbs White? It's 1-0. 1-0 Forest, Lyle Taylor. We were questioning him whether he'll have a role this season. But he does. 1-0 Forest after 8 minutes. We're looking bright so far. Have to say that. Hertha haven't really had an opportunity in the early stages of the game, but 1-0 Forest against Bundesliga opposition. I kind of see Hertha Berlin as a bottom half Bundesliga side, maybe, but they're not a bad team. They've got some good players in that side. There's a good ball in from Nico Williams, headed in by Toffolo, was that? I'm not even sure. I think it might have been near Carter. I'm not sure. But yeah, it was he couldn't miss. Unless he's Eric Choupo-Moting. He couldn't miss. It was right up there, right next to it. But yeah, 1-0 Forest. David Johnson. Are you the David Johnson, or are you just pretending to be? But if you are, more than welcome. What a time to tune in. Super Lyle. Lyle Taylor scored, for anyone that's wondering. It's good to see him get a goal. Do you think he'll stay around, everyone? Do you think Lyle Taylor will have a part to play in the Prem? Will we keep him for squad depth? I'd personally like to see him stay, because I know sentiment in football, really, but he's a great guy. He's not a bad player, but it is questionable whether he'll be able to cut it in the Prem. That is the thing. Nico Williams, mate, can't wait to see him play for us regularly. We're in again here. That was a good piece of defending there. I just noticed that Brennan Johnson wearing number 11. Is that his new number, or is that just because it's pre-season? I wonder. But yeah, Nico Williams looks a real handful, just from what I've seen here. I couldn't watch, obviously, against Barnsley. But so far here, he looks really, really dangerous. Similar to Jed, to be honest. Very, very quick. A nuisance to deal with. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better replacement. Literally, he's putting the ball into the box here. Didn't actually go to anyone. I signed him on Football Manager a few months ago to replace Jed Spence. And fast forward a few months later in real life, we've actually done that. So maybe I'm psychic. I don't know. Lyle surely goes, would rather play Mighton. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. You know, if he does go, it's not a huge loss, is it? But, you know, you can't see the screen. Or the game, do you mean? Because if you mean the game, I can't show you that. You know, I legally can't show you the game. He has a new number, 11. Well, it makes sense, wouldn't it? You know, he's a winger / striker. Suits him. I think he's earned it as well, really, hasn't he? So far, 11 minutes in, it's been all Forest. Not really surprised, you know. That's a fake David Johnson. Yeah, I kind of gathered that, to be honest. Your thoughts on Emmanuel Dennis? I'd personally rather have Keenan. I mean, I guess Dennis would be better because he's proven at the Premier League level. In a relegated side, he got 10 goals last season for Watford, so maybe he would be better. But it's a lot to spend. You know, I've seen Watford want not 25 million, which for me is way too much to pay. For someone that probably won't even be guaranteed to start. And just for a familiar face and ultimately he's a great player, I'd personally rather have Davis. Not that I wouldn't be sad if we signed Dennis, but you know, that's just my opinion. Great header there from Wall to clear the ball away. Good old Wazza. He's worked his way up the ranks, hasn't he? Now he's a Premier League captain. Why did we sign Harry Toffolo? He's not good enough for the Premier League. I mean, he probably was one of the best players in the Championship last season, so I suppose that's one thing that would justify him. But ultimately, he's not played in the Premier, right? Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one, really, isn't it? Like, I'll be honest. Out of Toffolo and O'Brien's the one that convinces me the most. It's the one that excites me the most. You know, it's the one we needed the most, really. So I think definitely we needed O'Brien more. But I do think for depth, Toffolo is an excellent option. You know, Richards would probably be the main left wing back, which is a great replacement. Well, not replacement. We needed desperately a few left wing backs, didn't we? You know, we had Lowe, but he was injury prone. We had to keep playing Cole back out of position and did unbelievably well. But in the Premier League, we can't really afford to be doing that. So cover yourself. You know, we've gone out and signed 2 players on each side, and we've also got, if he does get a go, Richard Larea available, and I think it's fantastic as well. Like, you know, we've got Richards, Williams, who I already knew was an excellent player. It's amazing to see us sign a player of his caliber. But, you know, to have Biancona, he looks a real useful player from what I've seen of him. And granted, that's not much. But, yeah, we're looking pretty strong. We're looking pretty comfortable in that kind of area of the pitch now. We still need to kind of sort out midfield. If we could get Garner back, I know it's a big if. It would be unbelievable. Probably get another forward. Get maybe imagine Jesse Lingard coming in, or just get a cam. I think we are looking pretty set. A lot of new faces, but ultimately they're all good ones and players we did need. Well, I have to say, Forest have, they didn't stream the last 2 games, and they've massively upped the game because this quality stream is actually good. It's not stuttered once, unlike the Coventry one. So I suppose that's a good thing because it shouldn't have been in the first place, really. But it is what it is. Seeing if we miss any comments. Williams is better than Gomez. Liverpool shot themselves in the foot. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised they let him go because I know he's not going to get ahead of Trent, but ultimately they've got that guy from Calvin Ramsey from Aberdeen, so ultimately he's not really going to get game time. And you know, Joe Gomez, he's more of a centre back, isn't he? But he's injury prone. But I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain at all. Should have re-signed Gaetang Bonk. Yeah, absolutely, mate. 100%. I don't know how we're going to survive with that, to be honest. Lord Bong would have won us the league. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. I'm loving this love for Gaetan Bong, everyone. Bong is more of a baller than anyone, to be honest. Yeah, you're right. We're talking pure facts in my chat right now, everyone. Who scored? Lyle Taylor. Lyle Taylor scored. That was a good chance, half chance really for Hertha. Not the only chance they really had. Nico Williams looks a real handful. It's a great ball, that. Just bundled off the ball there, Lyle Taylor. For anyone wondering how to watch, it's on Forest TV for £5 to buy the stream. So yeah, that's how to watch it. As Nico Williams playing, well, I've already mentioned a few times, which probably gives you a good idea. I already knew how good he was. You know, I was so excited when we signed him. For me, it's the one I'm the most excited about. And he's looking really, really solid and very, very comfortable. You couldn't really ask for a better replacement for Jed Spence. Yeah, he's actually scored. Look on, I wasn't joking. It was a good ball in actually from Nico Williams, headed in towards Lyle Taylor, who it was a tap in, but it was goal's a goal. I think today's a big opportunity for Taiwo to score, because from what I've seen of him, he's not done that much so far in a Forest shirt. So we're not going to call him an expensive flop for just quite a while, are we? But I think in actual games we'll see a much better indication of whether he's any good. But I'm liking the look of Niakate, by the way. Looking pretty. It looks like a bit like the French Scott McKenna, Just easily stop the ball there. And yeah, I do hope Saro does well. It's an exciting signing. He's playing against his old side at the weekend, isn't he? So good to see that. So stay hydrated, everyone. Forest has started really well against a team that's quite good. Union even better. Yeah, Union have had a great season last year. Similar to Forest in the sense that they did something they haven't done for a long time. They qualified for the Europa League, and it says a lot that Taiwo was willing to leave them. It probably wasn't even a hard decision for him. Like, he qualified for Europe with that team. Would never played in Europe before, not to my knowledge, and he's left that team and he's come to us. So just shows the pull of the Premier League and the pull of Forest. It's mad to say that. It will take moments for Al-Wuni to you're true, actually. He's playing in a new country, isn't he? How's Lingard going to fit in? Yeah, I think really it kind of is obvious that he's going to replace Zink Kanoglu. Zink's the one player from the loanies we've not replaced. So yeah, I think he'll replace Zink, to be honest. It'd be interesting to see how it lines up. If we were to get Ghana, I mentioned this in my transfer update video I did on Monday. I'm doing them every Monday if you're not aware, so go and check them out if you haven't. And yeah, ultimately, if we were to get Ghana back, it'd be interesting to see how it's set up, whether it wouldn't really play an attacking midfielder or a traditional attacking midfielder, whether it would play Ghana further forward like we did do a few times last season, and then we play O'Brien and Yates or Colback, Well, just interested to see how it would work, especially if we get Lingard. Oh, what a goal! Great finish. Lyle is on fire. Lyle Taylor is on fire. Well done. I'm actually so pleased for him. That was a horrific mistake from Hertha's goalkeeper, but from quite a tough angle, he finished that really well. It was on the extreme, from the goalkeeper's perspective, the extreme left-hand side of the box. And Lyle finished that really, really smartly. He's come back a new man since he's gone to Birmingham. Fair play to him. Yeah, good goal. I know ultimately it don't mean that much, but we're winning, and it's only going to do us good. To beat, a decent Bundesliga team will be, good for confidence. Who assisted the goal? It's a bit of a mess, really. Like, Taiwo was on the ball, and then the goalkeeper kind of came out to stop it, made a right hash of it, and Lyle just hit it first time from the extreme right-hand side of the pitch. So, yeah, smart goal. We're 2 up. 2-0 Forest. I take back what I said earlier. Lyle, Haaland, absolutely. Yeah. Pure fact, Lewis. Yeah, that's a very good point. As I would have mentioned before in my video, Lost Pilgrim, Ghana can't get into the United team. I just really hope from his perspective, he gets the right move, whether it's at Forest or, as much as it would annoy me if he went to another Premier League team on loan, because why couldn't we get him? Just he deserves and needs to be playing football. And if he's not going to play at United, he can't be a bench warmer, and apparently United have admitted that as well. So, but the thing is, though, with getting Henderson on loan as a result of losing Samba, it would be pretty difficult to get Ghana unless we buy him, which we probably can afford to buy him, but it would be another big transfer, probably the most we would have spent on a player. And we'll have to wait and see. That's a great ball from Williams, I think it is, but our knee is offside. Well, we're looking way better than we have been in the other games in pre-season. Not that I haven't even seen Barnsley at all because it wasn't available to watch. But we are looking pretty sharp. Yeah, Wayne Hennessy, backup goalkeeper. Solid option. I do think goalkeeper is probably the most short-term area of the pitch, because obviously one's on loan, one's a 35-year-old, but I think he'll do a job if he has to play, which he's going to have to play against United, isn't he? And seen a comment, we do need another striker. Yes, we do. Based off how Lyle's playing here, maybe he should get a chance, but ultimately Hertha Berlin aren't Man City, are they? So I don't see Lyle doing that against Diaz and Laporte and Cancelo and them lot. It's a completely different level. And you mentioned Surridge as well. Actually, I think Surridge has got a big part to play. We've got Johnson, who's pretty much a striker. Obviously, our Wuni is definitely a striker, and Surridge. So that's 2 out-and-out strikers plus Johnson. You probably could do with another one, given the fact last season we had Davis and Graben that both left. You probably ought to get someone else. Whether it's Davis or Dennis, as we've been saying, I'd personally like to see Davis coming back. I think it'd be a no-brainer in my opinion to go and get Keenan back. Great tackle from Neycarte. Really liking the look of him. I think we've got another very good hidden gem coming into the side here. Brennan's brought down there by Berlin. And Neycarte looks really strong. Really strong. I think we get mid-table. Yeah, I could see it, honestly. I could. With Steve Cooper, with the signings we've made, we can't be too arrogant or anything, but it's doable. It's doable. The buzz of being back in the Premier League. Ultimately, we're not like Bournemouth a few years ago when they were up. Completely different kind of team, and no offense to them, a smaller team, a much smaller team compared to us. Ultimately, we still haven't been there for 23 years, so we've got that freshness, that excitement. I think it will catch a few teams off guard, quite a few teams, and I think we've got to be prepared for a few, big defeats here and there. Like City and Liverpool will be really difficult, especially away from home. But I think we'll surprise a few. I'm just gonna savor it. Just to see us in the Prem is just, I think, what especially younger fans have dreamt of, really, isn't it? So just to see us in this position is just phenomenal from where we were. And I see a comment, mate. I'm a Swansea fan. It's sad that Cooper left. Yeah. Well, I'm seeing quite a few Swansea fans that are in your boat, but ultimately are pretty happy with Russell Martin. And from an outsider's position, I think it's a gigantic downgrade, but that's my opinion. But yeah, I'm not surprised because he leaves you. He nearly got you promoted twice, and he comes to us and he does. Well, I think wonders is an understatement, to be honest. I'm loving the look of Nico Williams. However, that ball wasn't the greatest ball, but he does look like a real handful. No doubt we'll have a few big losses. I'm 25 and I'm just going to save it every moment. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I think that's what we've got to all do. Just appreciate the fact that we're in the top flight, you know, the big league. And, you know, one thing we certainly can't say is we haven't shown ambition to stay there. And, you know, we needed players as it was, but loanees, a lot of them, we had to sign players. And, you know, we've been doing that and we've signed some really exciting ones. And so far, they're looking good, you know. So, yeah, it's exciting. It's very exciting. You know, the atmosphere against West Ham would be something really, really, really special. You know, we've had some phenomenal atmospheres last season in particular, but I think West Ham will be something really, really good. I think every game will. They always are, aren't they? Goalkeeper got five promoted just a year after he bottled the playoffs for us in 2021. Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a car crash at the end of that season, wasn't it, for Swansea? I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of it, whether it was Cooper's doing, but, you know, that he certainly didn't happen at Forest, did it? It couldn't have been anything less than that. Hertha are in the box, so that's a good chance. It's a good save, actually, from Dino. We're going to call him Dino or Hendo. I think Dino. Regardless, really. Lingard opinions. I've said a few times, yeah, you know, I know it's a different kind of signing compared to the other lads that are more young and promising with potential, but you do need a bit of experience here and there. You know, you look at all the signs they've made under Cooper, they're all like 25 or something like that, you know, with potential. And yeah, ultimately, you need a bit of everything, you know, hence why we signed Steve Cook, who, you know, people are saying we've got a lot of players that got a gel. I know it was only 3-4 players in January, but we signed Cook and he came into the side and he looked like he'd been here for about 8 years. Like, you know, he looks comfortable and I think everyone's got a bit of a soft spot for him for that. And because he's also a great player. And I do think we're going to see that with quite a few of these lads, you know. They all look pretty comfortable in this game so far, you know. And they definitely got a good understanding. Whether that's because it's the fourth pre-season game now, they're starting to get going. Probably is. Here is Lyle Taylor. Ball into the box. The ball's gone right into the end. That's an easy save. Looked like it was potentially going to fall for Johnson or someone. Charlie Brown says Lyle Taylor ahead of Taiwo. I mean, yeah, fair enough, mate. Fair enough, mate. You're a Leeds fan, obviously. I've seen you in here a few times before, so I'll rate your opinion. Thank you very much, though, to everyone that's in here. 119 people. That's excellent to see. Really do appreciate it. If you are new or just regardless, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you like what you see, be vastly appreciated. Going for 4,000 subscribers soon. So, yeah, help me out, everyone. It takes a millisecond to do. We're so far on the pitch, so very good. 2-0 up. Blooding a lot of the new players. Really exciting to see that. Great news about Lyle. Always plays with his best. He's a great man. Yeah, absolutely. You know, obviously, we don't want to talk about Newton, but, you know, under his tenure, he obviously got a lot of game time, really. Even though he had a lot of substitute appearances, he got more than he did last season. And yeah, it was obviously a tough team to play in, but I think he did pretty well for himself. And there he is, in fact, really open. That's a good block though from Hertha's number 50 something. That's a high number as well. It looks a bit frustrated there, Taylor. Who's playing on the wings? Well, we don't really play wingers, do we? And unless you mean wing backs, Toffolo straight into the team, and Nico Williams. Corner though, Brennan plays it short. Was that offside? No. Nico Williams looks dangerous every time he's got the ball. He's got good movement. Looking forward to seeing how he does for us. Great to see Toffolo's rise in football through a bright player at Lincoln. Now he's playing Premier League football. Yeah, excellent story. Excellent story. I find it quite apt, really, that ultimately I did a career mode on FIFA with Lincoln City on FIFA 19, and I had no idea who Harry Toffolo was. And he was one of my standout players for me in like the early seasons in League 2 and League 1. And I thought, even on FIFA, he looks really good. And then I saw him move to Huddersfield in real life, did well, and now he's actually playing for my team in real life a few years later. So pretty funny that, really. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's a good signing. Whether he'll be the first choice or not is debatable. I probably would say Omar Richards would be, but yeah, we've got two good options there now, left back or left wing back. Johnson's looking dangerous. Yep, as always, really. As always. Lingard, class, and would love Rashford. Rashford, interesting. I mean, wouldn't say no to him, would you? Are we just becoming Man United's retirement home? Or like, that's harsh because we're not signing 30-year-olds. But, you know, Man United's B team is probably a better way of putting it. You know, we're Garner. We might even get him back. We've got Henderson. We've got, we may get Lingard. Pretty funny that really, isn't it? But, yeah. A bit up, really. Is Richard Larea potentially leaving on loan? You'd take him at Swansea. Yeah, it's a bit up in the air, really, isn't it, with Richard Larea? I don't really know why we signed him because he's hardly played a game. And whenever he has played, he's looked all right. Quite a different player to Spence and Williams as well. And seemingly Bianco. So I just don't know whether he doesn't fit the system or something. But I'll personally probably keep him around, but like ultimately he needs to play, and he's probably got a chance of going to the World Cup. So yeah, it's a tough one. Is Al-Wuni playing on the left? It looks like he's playing on the right because like Lyle is kind of playing out wide. Like, yeah, it's weird actually. Like, it looks to me like, I mean, Johnson's basically playing as a number 10, which we kind of forget that Johnson can do because that was saying we've got no attacking midfielders. Ultimately, Johnson, like before he played regularly at Forest, he was basically a number 10. So he is an option there, 100%. But probably he would be favoured up front because that's where he does play more. And, you know, right now with the striker situation, maybe it would be wise to play him there, which is why he is. I've been to a few Lincoln games before moving to Leicester. Toffolo was a baller for Lincoln. Always hoped we would sign him. Yeah, well, we have done now, so I'm looking forward to seeing how he does. Does Bianco preferred position right wing back or centre back? Well, I think he's going to be used more of a right wing back, in my opinion. Only ultimately, I think we will probably see him possibly being used at centre back. I know he played there more last season for Troyes. Is it Troyes? I did actually get Google Translate out on my video, so hopefully that's correct. I heard a rumor we're asking for Curtis Jones. Yeah. I mean, would you take him? And people in the comments, would you take Curtis Jones at Forest? You know, I suppose a bit like Garner, a good young player that needs regular game time. He's had way more game time at Liverpool than Garner's got at United. Maybe, yeah, possibly. Good opportunity here. Good ball. Then moves up from Toffolo. It's cleared away though by Hertha. Who scored? It was Lyle Taylor both times, Alan. Good to see him scoring. You know, we didn't really expect him to be used this much in pre-season. Well, the Birmingham's reignited his career because he did very well for them, of course. Looks like it. Only it is pre-season. I don't really know we can judge anything into that too much. Danny Ings could be a good option. You know what? Would you take Danny Ings, everyone? Would you take him? Because I'm not sure. I mean, he's been there and done it before, hasn't he? So maybe get Danny Ings, but I'm not sure. Let's get your opinions in the comments. Still a bit sad about Jenks and Bong. Yeah, mate, it's a huge loss. You know, Gar Jenkinson hasn't played for about a year and a half. Hardly played even when we did have him. Yeah, don't know how he's irreplaceable, as Pep Guardiola would say, or Pep Guardiola. Yeah, can't even say his name correctly. Just seeing Toffolo's interview, impressed, good attitude, and as you said, who scored? Lyle Taylor did. I like the look of Toffolo and O'Brien. They both came across well in their interviews, for sure. And I agree with that, Gus. Davis could play as a number 10 because, you know, so often you saw Davis like on the halfway line just bullying defenders, which is why I want him back because Al-Yuni or Taiwo can do that, obviously. Probably the reason why we signed him. But honestly, I'd love it if we just get Davis back. You know, if we're going to sign, and someone's saying Danny Ings here, if they're going to get a Villa striker, make it Keenan Davis, you know, bring him back. And if we were to get him, I think it would be a great option. Someone we know, you know, we wouldn't have to like reintegrate him into the team like all these new lads. And yeah, you know, I think given the fact that he's all over the place, it would be a doable thing playing Keenan there. How you doing, Les? Good to see you in here. Good to see you in here. 10 years ago, I would have got Ings, but there's better options. Yeah, I think that's true. When he was at Burnley, he was a real good player. And also was at Southampton, obviously. And kind of surprisingly, he left, obviously, to go to Villa. David Johnson, see you later. Thanks for being in there. Rumour has it Moss was in charge of the Toffolo O'Brien medical. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, you know? I think it's pretty funny, to be honest. Like, I've mentioned it already. The promotion started last season against Huddersfield away, comfortably beat them when we were managerless, technically, if it wasn't Stephen Reid. Knocked them out the cup. We then beat them in the... No, they actually beat us in the league, didn't they? But we knocked them out the cup. We beat them in the playoff final. And then we signed the two best players, or two of. You know, it's pretty funny. How we're playing? Very well, to be honest. Very comfortable. Not playing to absolute best, but 2 up after like 15 minutes. You know, very impressive against a decent team in Hertha Berlin. You know, a very different kind of opponent we wouldn't be used to playing against Hertha. But yeah, you know, we've got lots of new lads in, and really apart from Lyle Taylor, who, having said that, scored both goals, a lot of these lads will play a part in the Premier League next season. And, you know, we've got Cafu playing. I think when O'Brien's available, he'll be playing ahead of him. And when Yates is available, I do think Cafu and probably Colback will be further down the pecking order. But they're not bad options, are they? Especially not Colback, you know. No way is Colback a bad option. Everything screams Davis return, especially with Archer now being their golden boy. I just want it to happen for the good of his career and for Forest. You know, we all loved our loanees last season. Just bring him in, you know. Get one of them back in. He's the most doable, without a doubt. It's a good chance there for Hertha. You know, he's loved at Forest. He loves it at Forest quite clearly. Just do it, honestly. You know, we need another striker. It would make so much sense. Whether he'll play as much as he did for us last season, I'm not sure, but I think he'd probably feel happier at Forest than Villa. When you think of Villa's options, they got Watkins, Ings, Archer's probably going to play quite a bit. He's like their fortress striker, so especially when ultimately like the last few seasons he's been out of favour at Villa. He's been down the pecking order. He goes out on loan. He gets a lot of success out of it. To bring him in to Forest when he had such a good loan spell, it would make sense, wouldn't it? But yeah, so far so good for Forest on the pitch here and in the transfer window. If you have got any questions about the game or anything, quite frankly, go ahead. Put them in the comment section. Hit the like button if you're new, or if you're not new, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new is what I meant to say. That would be excellent if you could do that, everyone. It'd be really useful. No sponsor this season. We probably will get one, I'll be very, very surprised if we don't have a sponsor. I mean, looks a bit old school, doesn't it, without a sponsor? But I'll be surprised if we don't have one. We haven't announced anything, but I think before we play Newcastle, we will have a sponsor sorted out. I mean, Barnsley didn't have a sponsor at the weekend, did they? So, I think a few teams are still sorting it out. Like Fulham are getting a new sponsor. So, it's going to be all sorted out, I'm sure. We would have enough? Yeah, okay. I think you corrected yourself there. Would we have enough squad depth if we got Davis and Lingard? I think, yeah, in attack, yeah. Like we've been saying, Taiwo, Johnson, Surridge, Davis, particularly, obviously, besides Johnson, they're strikers. Then you got Johnson and Davis. Did I mention Davis? Lingard, obviously, coming in. We're not going to see Joe Lolly, really. I think Martin, even though he probably should be loaned out, I think we're going to see him stay around because we're not really being linked with anyone else in that attacking area. But maybe it would be useful to keep him around for squad depth, but I don't see Lolly and particularly Xander Silva really being in the team, to be honest. Ava's Grill should be the new sponsor, 100%. Honestly, the cheek. It was so apt and so funny. Funny is the word, that Forest put the fireworks in the announcement video and then the little tease for Toffolo. I just think when a football club's admin is taking the mick out of a fan base, that's really, really funny. Do you think Lingard would be good for Forest? I mean, no doubt he's a good player. I've always thought he's a good player, but ultimately he's been out of his depth at Man United, and he's had some great times for Man U, hasn't he? He really has. But the last few seasons, he's been out of his depth. Like I say, he did great at West Ham. He should have really gone back there last season. Instead, he was a bit pop player again. He's now without club. He's going to get a club, whether it's West Ham or Forest. We've signed lots of young, exciting players and players that are, going to be with us for a while, hopefully. Oh, that's a good header. That's a good header from Hertha. Free kick, swung in. Probably should have done better to stop that, to be honest. But yeah, fair enough. 2-1. Where was I? I forgot what I was saying now. Why do you have to score Hertha Berlin? I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I'll come back to me, I'm sure. But yeah, as for the goal, that wasn't the best defending. It was a ball into the box from a free kick. And free header pretty much. Should have really stopped that. But 2-1. 2-1. Not far away from half-time now, everyone. Whether we'll see a load of changes in the second half. We'll have to wait and see. Well done on your 21st signing of the summer. Well, if you have time travel, Mark, we haven't signed that many. And ultimately, it was either sign a load of players or have really, really bad squad depth and ultimately not good enough squad depth. So we had no choice, quite frankly. And it's not like we signed bad players, is it? So it's not really a problem for me. I I think we have more of a chance of staying up than Fulham and Bournemouth. Yeah, I agree. Fulham, they've got a decent team, but they're repetitive. They always go down. And Bournemouth, for me, they are the weakest. And actually, speaking of that, little teaser, I've got a video coming up about the newly promoted teams on Friday, hopefully. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Take a closer look at how they could very well do next season for us, and just in the Premier League, really. Nice chat, but how's the game going? Well, I've been commentating on it, Peter, but it went a little bit flat. But yeah, 2-1 Forest at half time. Been good, Forest have been playing well. Ultimately, we have been the better side besides conceding that goal. I think we've looked really comfortable, and we've been flooding some new players. So it's exciting, and we'll probably see a few new players as well in the second half. So yeah, all good to see. Lingard. Okay, I'm not really sure what that means, Mark. If Vladimir Stojkovic was in that wouldn't have gone in. Oh yeah, Vladimir Stojkovic. That's a bit of a throwback, isn't it? That's a throwback. Yeah, Henderson's done well, made some good saves, but the goal was pretty standard. Ball into the box, free header, and Williams was kind of caught out there. The whole defence was actually, but yeah, not bad. And actually, Lyle Taylor was kind of fouled there in the build-up. So okay, that's a bit of a controversial goal, I suppose. It was an easy goal for Hertha, but Taylor was pulled down. So I think if that was an actual game, we'd probably be really quite annoyed about that. They nearly got relegated. They're not exactly top. I mean, I never said they were top end Bundesliga, but they do have some decent individuals in there. Have Walkers as a kit sponsor, so you look like a pack of ready salted. I mean, okay, yeah, why not do it? I swear Leicester used to have that. I'm sure they used to have that as their kit sponsor a long time ago. But as it is half time, my dad will be in shortly. I'm sure of that. As it's half time, please get questions in. Do a little half time Q&A about whatever. Whether it's Forest or the game or whatever. Yeah, answer a few questions for you all, like I've been doing throughout. Anyway, do you think we'll stay up? Yes, I do. I think the buzz of the promotion will be huge. We've signed some great players. Ultimately, there is a possibility we could go down. I'm not going to doubt that. It wouldn't be a major shock if we did, but I think there's worse teams in us. Ultimately, you've got to ask the question, is there 3 worst teams in us in this league? I think there is. I think we've proven we can beat Fulham. We've proven that not so much Bournemouth, but we probably are overall, as Houghton would say, fine margins between us and Bournemouth. And ultimately, you look at teams like Leeds who have made some good signings, but they struggled last season. And you also look at like Southampton, they're looking a little bit repetitive and they looked a bit bland last season. Maybe they could struggle this season. Everton aren't exactly looking much better, so I think they are worse teams than us. You have to really take that into account. Raz, do you think it's a riddle? Leicester had little go in her business summer. Well, yeah, okay, I know what you mean, and I know what you mean by now. You're saying Leicester haven't done much; they haven't. And I actually spoke to a few Leicester fans, and they're quite frustrated by it. They probably do need to make a few signings, Leicester, but I think they'll still do all right. They should still really be getting top 10. Ultimately, I think that's where they should be. First Premier League manager to be sacked. Oh, that's a difficult one. If Watford win the division, I'll probably say Watford. That's tough. We have to really be. We have to really watch the league first, don't we, to see how it's going to go. So that doesn't really answer the question, to be honest. I won't lie. Who do you think would be the main left wing back? Probably Omar Richards, in my opinion. Only might be Toffolo, potentially. How's the coverage going? Yeah, it's actually going very well for once. It's not crashing every 10 seconds. The stream, if you want to watch it, like I've said a few times, Forest TV is the place. We could have Lotus to match the away kit. What do you mean by that, Pets? I'm not sure. But I do like the away kit for anyone asking. It's decent. Actually, I think the away kit would look absolutely incredible if it was like this colour blue, you know? Dark, like navy blue. I don't mind royal blue, but I think if it was this colour on the yellow, it would look unbelievable. And I'm going to grade all the kits when they're all out, because I was actually going to do it this week, but I realised they're not all out yet. So I will do that in the foreseeable future, the very near future, because it's always a lot of fun doing that. Home and away kits for, I'll do the Prem and the Championship, I think. If we go down, you say Fulham or Everton or Bournemouth. I agree with two of those. I think Everton have got a chance, definitely. I said a few weeks ago Leeds, but I'm probably leaning more towards Southampton. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Everton, to be honest. People are questioning Taiwo. I think he looks more than fine, just lacking the service. Yeah, I agree with that last bit for sure. And ultimately, it's pre-season. You can't really take it too seriously. So, I think we've got our faith in the recruitment team. We wouldn't have signed him if we didn't believe in him. And it's a completely different kind of game, really, isn't it, to the Bundesliga. Been looking forward to half time just to see your dad. Yeah, he'll be on, I'm sure. He said he would be anyway. Right, this is quite an easy answer. You're a Swansea fan. Derby, 100%. There's no contest. Leicester are local rival, in terms of geographical. You can't deny it. They are local, so they probably are a rival. And I think Leicester games this season, and I think the fact that we're going to play Leicester more, it might kind of hype it up a bit more. It might reignite it a little bit, because there is a rivalry between us, but it's nowhere near the level of Derby, in my opinion. I think pretty much every Forest fan would say that. I know, like, years and years ago, it was more intense than it is now. But it's Derby, and I think it will have that extra buzz, maybe, but they're not our rivals. It's Derby, in my opinion. Marcus Silva, you think he'll get relegated? He'll get relegated with his team, might, but you think he might be the first manager to be fired? Fair enough. I could see that, to be honest. Fulham, God knows what they're going to do this season. Jesse March is another contender. Whose fault for the goal conceded? Like I said, it was a bit of a poor goal. It was a ball into the box from a free kick, free header. Williams kind of should have done better, but to be honest, I think the Forest team kind of stopped because we saw the fact that Lars Taylor was basically pulled back. I think if it was a real game, we'd definitely be going a bit mad about it, but it's not. Not Lotus were on the Norwich kit, were they? Okay, interesting. Some guy with 257 said Lingard is set to choose us. Yeah, £257,000 a week. Please tell me we're not actually going to pay him that much, because that's just ridiculous. Like, I know it's Premier League money, but that, for me, that's really, really high. I mean, that would surely cripple our wage budget. I mean, I know it's ambitious, but I've seen like people saying about this, how if you get Gibbs White for 30 million, if you sign Lingard on like a 3-year deal, like even then it won't be as much when you add all his wages up, but it's a lot. It's a lot of money. I agree with that. They signed Attenborough, which I would have loved it if we got him. Excellent player, but I don't know. I'm just not sure about Southampton. Tom, good to see you in here. Very well, to be honest. Not very well, but well. We're winning. It kind of petered out towards the end. It was quite a sloppy goal, like I mentioned, to concede. But Lard Taylor, first goal was a tap in from a headed ball into the box, into the face of goal from Nick Carty, I think. And Lard Taylor couldn't miss. And then ultimately, the second goal I thought was really impressive. It looks harder than it actually. It's quite difficult to actually do what he did. It was a poor mistake from the Hertha goalkeeper, and Lyle just hit it first time from a really acute angle. So yeah, fair play to him. 100%, yeah. Ultimately, this game doesn't matter. None of these pre-season games do. Newcastle away will be a completely different kind of animal, and mentality and everything. You know, I'm surprised Lingard would choose us. Didn't want him to choose European football, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I can't speak. I do think that's weird though. Like especially with like Tyra as well. It's weird that you'd reject a team that are in Europe for a team that may be in relegation battle. Probably will be because Union Berlin are going to be in Europe, and he's left them. Lingard could have gone to West Ham and played in the Conference League. Who, let's face it, I think West Ham have got a good chance of winning the Conference League because they came close in the Europa League. You know, so it's weird that he isn't choosing to go there. Whether we're just that much of a pull is another question. Maybe he just wanted a new challenge. Liverpool are bigger rivals than Leicester. I think it's, yeah, given our matchups down the years, probably yes. Only I think younger fans probably wouldn't be as asked about that, but I think older fans definitely do not like Liverpool at all. Do you think we'll stay up? Yes. I said that earlier on, Stephen. Unless someone else asked it. Now that's how much. Okay, right. I see what you're saying. Glad to hear it. Finally, can chill out, and we'll catch out the second half. Yeah, good to see. Would you rather have Emmanuel Dennis or Lingard? Well, a bit of a strange question in ways, Daniel, because like Lingard is a winger, attacking midfielder. Dennis is an out-and-out striker, so they do two different roles. But if you want me to answer like which one we need more, it is probably Lingard. To be honest, that's just my opinion. If we made no more signings, would you think we would survive with the current squad? That's a very, very good question. I think we are definitely in good stead now. We're definitely in good stead, and we need. If you think about it, with Surridge coming back, with O'Brien to be integrated into the team, with Yates to come back, that brings three really, really good players into the side again. If you think about the out-and-out strikers, like we said, we've got obviously Taiwo. Johnson's essentially a striker, but you've got Taylor playing at the moment. Obviously Surridge, and then if we were to get Keenan, like I've said a few times in this stream, we could do with replacing Keenan. We could do with getting Keenan, I should say, replacing him. He's not even with us. But my point is like we lost Keenan, we lost Grabham. That's technically a hole we need to try and fill. So, in my opinion, we could do with one more striker, and maybe a midfielder. To be honest, because you look at our midfielder got Yates, Colback, O'Brien, and then we've got Cafu, and obviously I've gone blank. I can't remember who we've got now. We probably do need Garner. We wouldn't say no to him, would we? That's my point. We do probably need an attacking midfielder. I'm kind of all over the place today, to be honest. But point is, I think we'd stand a chance. But we do probably need maybe two more players or something like that, just to really, really finalise it. Good save from Henderson. Williams was bad for the goal. No commentary on my stream. It wasn't good for the goal, but I think besides that, Williams has looked really good. And I kind of feel like Williams, he can cross a ball better than Spence, in my opinion. But defensively, Jed was never that good defensively, in my opinion. He wasn't horrendous. There's definitely worse players defensively, i.e. Gaetang Bong, for instance. I mean, he's that good at defending. He's terrible at it. But ultimately, Jed was a lot more attacking minded. He was always getting forward and causing defenders problems, whereas defensively that wasn't really his go-to. And I kind of feel like Williams might be the same, only it is early days. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see about that one. Can't wait for you to come to Old Trafford and play us. Yeah, Boxing Day. Looking forward to that one. That'll be good. That'll be one hell of a game. First game back after the World Cup, obviously. Obviously in the traditional time. of winter. I thought you'd say that as a Man U fan. Sorry, mate, you can't have gone off as. I'd be interested to see your opinion though, Jess. What do you think? Do you think Garner will get game time at Man United? Do you think he'll be loaned out? Because I'd love to know what's going to happen to him. Like, even though he's not our player, I'd for the good of his career, if he's going to stay at United, I would like him to play, and I'd rather him not go to another Premier League club, but it's probably where he'd end up going if it's not Forest. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with him. Blurshall. Well, we're going back a bit. You've been around on my channel for a long time, about 3 years. And you're right, I've not seen you for quite some time. So good to see you in here, mate. Good to see you in here. Would you take Ross Barkley? 7 million. That's honestly, that's tough. I don't know. I'm a 50-50. He's a good player, but I'm not sure. I don't know, actually. Would you take Ross Barkley, everyone? Would Ross Barkley fit Forest? Because I'm not so sure. I want Garner to be our CDM as Eric rates him, and he's better than anything we have. Freddie McTominay simply not good enough. I totally agree. Yeah, from an outsider's point of view, definitely agree. You look at your midfield. Obviously you've lost a few players, like Pogba, Matic. They've left. Mata obviously has also left. I agree. McTominay isn't good enough. Fred's inconsistent. You've got Fernandes, who's more further forward. For me, Jimmy walks into your team, or he deserves at the very least a chance. But you've got Christian Eriksen, and you might somehow pull off Frankie de Jong. Second half's underway, by the way. So for that, I don't see him really getting opportunities. And I think as a young player, James Garner needs to be playing football, in my opinion. But yeah, good to get your opinion from a Man United point of view. Bring on 12th of September, yeah. Leeds fan Charlie, of course. I know a Leeds fan. He literally lives next door to me, so we talk about Leeds quite a bit, and we're looking forward to that one. Oh yeah, 100%. This comment up here: City Ground was the loudest place on earth during the playoff semi-final. I will never ever get bored of talking about that game. Like, it looked like it was going to go so horrifically wrong, and yet it still didn't. And so many previous sides, it would have done. It looked like fate was just not going to go with us yet again. Samba saved us, and Keane Davis actually coming on really made an impact. It was one of the best nights I've ever experienced. It was just unbelievable. The atmosphere, it was just phenomenal. Just disbelief in what was happening. Really. So yeah, and it resulted in us getting to Wembley and going one step further than that, and actually going up. Stephen, you've asked me this a few times now. Do you think we'll stay up? Yes, I do. Relegation, it is a possibility. We can't lie, but I think we've got a real good chance. We've made some great signings. And the feel-good factor, the unknown quantity from other teams' point of view, I think it would go in our favour, in my opinion. Being good, pal. Sorry, working and that busy month ahead in this heat. Yeah, it hasn't been as hot today, has it? But my God, the last 2 days have been a sauna. And it's not been quite as bad as I thought it would be, not having the fan on during this stream. If I was doing this yesterday, I think I probably would have passed out, to be honest, especially Monday. I probably wouldn't even have done a stream purely for that reason. But today it's a lot more doable, isn't it? But yeah, it's been mental the last few days, the weather, hasn't it? Paul should never have left. The best left back in the world. You talk pure facts, Blurshall, as always. Pure facts. Luke, no problem, mate. Good to see you in here. One of my longest serving members, of course, of this channel. Playing pretty well, to be honest. 2 good goals from Lyle Taylor, particularly the second one. Bit of a scrappy goal to concede, to be honest. It's the same team from what I know in this second half. But yeah, we're playing pretty well. That was a bit of a strong tackle from McKenna. You'll never beat McKenna, as we all know. Yeah, yesterday was unbearable, wasn't it? The heat. Seeing wildfires in the UK is rare. It's rare. Do you think we'll see Davis back at Forest? I really hope so. As I've said a few times in this stream, I really want him to come back. It would make sense to me to see him come back. So yeah, absolutely, I'd love it, and I think there's a very good chance. Not even about a week ago, we saw rumours from pretty strong sources that we'd held cordial talks with Aston Villa about him, and I think it's a matter of time, to be honest. I think it's where he wants to be as well. So, yeah, be a no-brainer in my opinion. Joe, good to see you there. Nice to see you. Bloodshed says 13th or 14th, might even get top 10. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think we'll be around about that, to be honest. Really, it's going to be the second season that's going to be the tough one. Second season syndrome. Will we cope? Like some teams like Brighton and Wolves, and Crystal Palace, they adapted to the Premier League very, very well. But some teams, Sheffield, obviously they were great and they were absolutely dreadful. Maybe it was because there was no fans, but I don't know. And ultimately, Leeds finished 9th, then struggled, but ultimately they just about survived. So there's no set, way of surviving the Premier League at all. Mike, you say you wouldn't pay 15 million. I don't think it would be that much. I know we're talking about that. It won't be 15. And I agree. It's not that. It's not worth that much. I think you were talking more like 4 or 5 million maybe for Keenan. In my opinion, anyway. This season's team to watch are Newcastle and Forest. Yeah, it makes sense to play each other on the first day. To be honest, Newcastle on a massive high. We're on a massive high. So yeah, it's pretty apt really. Apparently Lingard has a medical book Friday. Well, watch this space. Watch this space. Now this is a step too far in my opinion. Neymar unhappy at PSG. Think I should sign him. You know what? He's an unbelievable player. And you might think I'm mental for saying this. I wouldn't even want him because he's a massive ego and he's a massive show off and he's an absolute cheat. So I don't really want players like that, quite frankly. Yeah, he'd absolutely rip it up for us. But if he's just going to dive, he spent 14 minutes on the floor at the last World Cup. Total 14 minutes. That is an outrageous statistic. That's why I still remember it. I don't want players like that in my opinion. Yeah, he's a great player, but he's a cheater in my opinion. Charlie, nice to have an old school big boy like Forest back in the Prem to celebrate 30 season. Oh, is it the 30th season of the Prem? That's excellent. Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? Alanga, Neymar. I mean, he's younger, isn't he? He's more promising. Neymar's 30 now, isn't he? Forest players having a bit of a laugh on the pitch with the ref. Not really sure that's over. It's good to see though. Opinion on Morgan Gibbs White. Amazing, brilliant young player, but I think it's going to be a bit of a ask to sign him now, to be honest. We should sign Benteke on a 15-year contract. It would be a brilliant business for us. I mean, I swear he's like 30 plus now. Okay, that's an interesting opinion, to be honest. I want to see how old he is. Christian Benteke, 31. You know what? Why not? Play him till he's near 50. Do it. Bring him in. Oh, this is a throwback. No, rather not. He weren't very good at all, was he? And I don't particularly rate Benteke. He was a bit of a joke at Liverpool, wasn't he? Excellent for Aston Villa back in the day, but Would you take Dennis from Watford? Great player. You know, one season in the Premier League, he proved his worth. In a dreadful Watford team. But ultimately, like we've been saying, I'd rather get Keenan. No, I don't want Andy Carroll. not at all. How's Henderson playing? Made a good save in the first half. I think he'll be an excellent replacement for Bruce Samba. So yeah, looking pretty good. Yeah, looks good to be honest. And you know, obviously we got Wayne Hennessy in as well. I'm sure it's going to be a useful option. Ultimately, like we said earlier, goalkeeper probably is the most like short-term area of the pitch, with Hennessy being 35. Even for a goalkeeper, that's pretty old. And you know, obviously, Hendo's on loan. That was potentially a golden opportunity to score. Lyle Taylor could have cost that in for Colback. It was a good block from the Hertha Berlin lad. Nico Williams into the box. And he goes down. I think that's going to be a corner. Yeah, it is a corner. Johnson would be great. Yeah, of course. I have all the hope for him to do that. Definitely. How do you feel about Jed not coming back? It's a big subject, isn't it? Like, sad, you know, it was amazing. It was absolutely fantastic. It was a joy to watch him play for us and prove the doubt was wrong and just rip it up. Yeah, it was a privilege, and you know it's an honour that he was part of the side that got us back in the Prem. But ultimately, and I think this is the best part about the transfers we've made, we've lost some players we all had a real, you know, a lot of affection for, with Spence and Samba in particular, in my opinion. That was a free kick that didn't really come to much. And we've replaced them with two incredible players. Nico Williams is an unbelievable replacement for Jed Spence. Like, that is incredible business. A lot of money, but you know, you got to pay. You got to pay it to get someone as good as Jed Spence. And ultimately, you know, it was a real shock to those Samba. We've got someone even better ultimately, haven't we? And it may be a loan, but just incredible. You know, like, it's just amazing to see. Like, we've improved the team as it was, and we've had to replace certain players that ultimately were on loan. But yeah, absolutely, it's sad that Spence didn't stay. I would have loved it if he did, but we've got an amazing replacement. And I also think, you know, I think Raddad's coming out actually. So finally, the guy from Wales, Dan, you're getting your wish. Ultimately, we are going to we've got some excellent players in, you know, to replace the ones that we've lost. And, you know, I wish Jed the best of luck, 100% at Spurs, you know. Yates is injured, not for long. I hope and pray he's back for the first game of the season. And no changes at half-time, Alan. Hello. Hi.
Evening.
How are you?
All right.
So, yeah, the chair over there, Dad, you can go
I'll get
yourself.
it. Yeah, you stay there. I'll get it.
No problem. You've not been watching it, have you?
The stream, yeah.
No, the game.
No, come on.
No.
I'm watching England.
Yeah, it's been. You want me to put that on this screen? England.
No, it's all right. I'm not playing too well.
Hello,
everybody. How's everything?
Yeah, Radda, by the way, if you couldn't tell, that's my dad. Believe it or not, you haven't done that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Hello to everybody. Tom.
Yeah.
Luke.
Playing well.
Good. Taylor scored both goals, I believe.
First one was a tap in. The second one is off screen, but it was the extreme side of the pitch, and it was a really cool finish to him.
Yeah, Blurshall. Where have you been, mate? Busy?
Yeah, good to see you in here, Blurshall.
Yeah. So we're playing okay. Which Berlin? Oh, it's Hertha Berlin, and we got Union on Saturday in Berlin. Okay.
At their ground.
Charlie, hello, sir.
Yeah, I've seen his comment here. Are we the only team that don't have a decent free kick taker? Because that's the thing. Garner was our free kick taker.
Yeah, he was perfect. I'd love him to come back.
We don't really have anyone now. Like, will it be Colback or
Colback would be
I think Nico Williams has a pretty good cross on him.
Okay.
So I think maybe Williams could do it, but it's debatable.
You again.
Had you again? Yeah, he is here, mate.
I'm here. Yes, it's me. At least I think it's me.
Yeah. Well,
of course, this is at Burton, isn't it? I wonder why it looked.
Yeah, I don't really know why we're playing it. We were considering going to this game, but we didn't. Hence why we're here. But we're going to be going to the Notts game next week, and probably Valencia. Hello.
East Stand Red has just informed me that Derby have got relegated. Is this true? Nobody told me. How long's that been going on? Where are they now then?
Well, first of all, East Stand, thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks for it, because I eat now. Come as a shock, that. I'm going to have a drink now. Move on. Put
Steve Cook on free kicks. I really hope Cookie gets fair game time.
I like Steve Cook. I really do.
If you couldn't tell, he's
I've got a poster.
I just think he's brilliant, and I just hope he plays. But Niakate ultimately is an excellent.
I like their kit.
Yeah, they didn't do very well in the Bundesliga last season, but they've got some good players.
They were near relegation, weren't they?
They were, yeah. I'm just going to put the
Bong for free kicks. Well, I didn't like Bong as a player, but he was a true gentleman and a nice bloke. But I'm sorry.
He was a bit of a cult hero, really.
Yeah. Unlike Lolly.
It's really, really sad about that.
It is, yeah, because, again, I liked him as well. Steve, hello, sir. Hope you're all well and cool today, because wasn't the last 2 days? It's been unbearable.
It's awful. The fact I can't put that fan on during this.
No, you won't be able to hear.
Because it's getting really quite sweaty.
Laquan, hello, sir.
It's getting quite muggy in this room.
So, yes, I don't know if David's mentioned, but we're going to somewhere called Meadow Lane to play a team called Notts County.
Are they like that?
I've heard of them.
Elderly relative of Nottingham.
The elderly relative, yes.
No, we don't. I don't really care about Notts County, quite frankly.
No,
I don't dislike them like I do Derby.
No, I don't dislike them.
They're just there, aren't they?
Notts fans hate us, but I've been to Meadow Lane loads of times.
They haven't got anyone else to hate out there, so
no. But yeah, we've still got the rivalry with Derby, because didn't somebody say on your stream that is it now Leicester? No, it's not.
I think the Leicester games. They might have that a bit of an extra buzz, but it's not Derby buzz at all. It won't be on the level of Derby, in my opinion.
Well, Charlie, you've put Notts Forest, mate. I'm sorry. Oh, I see what you've done. You've winding us up. Okay. Is he the Man U? Are you the Man U fan?
No,
Charlie?
No, he's Leeds.
Leeds, okay.
Charlie's been in here a few times.
I like Leeds. I've always liked Leeds, right from the Don Revie era. Billy Bremner plays like that. Peter Lorimer.
It's pre-season.
We're going to bring on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 substitutes coming on.
It's pre-season when you at the hour mark.
Yeah, bring on Liverpool.
All these lads.
Yeah. There's something you don't. It's not even in the World Cup. You see 8 subs come on all at once.
Southampton are our rivals now.
Oh yeah, because they've got a tree, haven't they? That's when you're right, mate. Yeah.
Big up Silverdale.
They copied us and got a tree on their badge.
Silverdale, though, right? It starts so much.
Yeah.
On Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some cracking games this coming season. First game, West Ham.
So you
if we get Lingard and he makes his home debut against West Ham, that's going to be weird for him, isn't it?
Well, he probably will. I'm just trying to make sure.
I wasn't a big fan of getting Lingard when you first told me, but I'm warming to the idea, and I think he'll slot in just nicely. I really do.
Yeah.
But I think he'll go to somewhere like West Ham, because aren't they in the Europa?
Conference League, yeah.
Conference League. So I think that's the attraction for him.
Yes.
Yeah, first game, Newcastle away. That'll be difficult. Newcastle are on the up.
Tristan.
Good
to see you, mate.
Shemai.
Yeah. Cool. We've got 83 people in. We've got to 100 a few times. Appreciate all the support, everyone. 53 likes. There's people in here that haven't hit the like button. Doesn't take long.
Oh.
So,
sorry, I've got to read it backwards. 10 substitutes, come on.
Yeah.
10.
But yeah, if you could, please do me a favour, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. All helps out.
Shemai Croiso.
Thanks for that.
Abatawi.
I'd love to know the lineup. Yeah. I'm going to need to go on.
Some players have come on. Some Forest players have come on and some Forest players have gone on. I know that's technical for you all, but
Forest have even set the mick out of it as well, is it? Right. Who's actually come on?
Oh, are you, Kristen? Right. Which capital? Cardiff or London?
Oh, hang on. All 10 outfield players have been changed.
Okay. Oh, that's obvious, really, because I didn't see the goalkeeper.
I don't even know who's come on there, actually, so I need to have a look.
How's the summer been? Hot.
It's really, really quite muggy in this room, isn't it?
Decidedly muggy.
I haven't got a mug.
Yeah, there's a mug there, look.
It is, but it's got Notts Forest on it.
Throw it away.
A Man United mate of mine, he's been on the channel before, Mara, he bought me that, and I thought, brilliant, nice present, but there's a major problem with it, you know.
Somebody's written Notts Forest, whoever they are. How many goals will Johnson score? I can see double figures. I can see like 15, 16. I'm really excited about the new season. We just need that centre mid and a backup striker. That's why Davis has got to come back.
Got O'Brien in now.
Cardiff's not. Oh no, it's not nice for you, is it? I like Cardiff as a place around the castle.
We've got O'Brien in now, and we need Yates to be fit.
Yeah,
and then we're looking pretty good. But we probably could do with another midfield.
I see why Tristan put him, fortunately, because he's big too. Yeah.
Or at the very least, get in a Cam. Hertha goalkeeper nearly got caught out again now.
Yes, I used to do Notts one Saturday and then the City Ground the following Saturday to see proper football.
Luke, got a nice comment for you.
Oh, okay.
My dad is obsessed with trying to learn Welsh.
I am. I think Welsh is a fantastic language. It's very phonetic.
Can Forest actually let us know what the changes are? Oh, there we go.
Hello, Situi. I'm
right.
fine, thank you.
So, the changes, Henderson in goal, and then we've got Bianco, Cook, Mbiso, Donnelly, Frewster, Hammond, Hader, Larea, Mighton, and Dale Taylor to all come on. So we've got quite a lot of youth in there and a few first teamers like Cook, Bianco, Mighton, really, and Larea.
But Tristan, in the north, is it Sitmai?
Watching
we're not subject here, aren't we?
Forest TV, Arch, with a few H's on the end. Yeah, £5 if you want to watch it, but there's only 20 minutes left, so I'm not sure it's worth it or not.
Yeah, we need a Roy Keane. Hassan, you're right, mate. We do need a Roy Keane. Somebody who's going to bite ankles. Can we, Huffy? Oh, no, sorry, Tristan, I can't follow. Do you like...
You're at your death now.
I am at my death. The amount of Welsh I know is about that much. Just absolute basics. Tim, hello, sir. How's things in Botsford?
Is Dale... No, he's not. He's not his brother. He's a very, very exciting young player there. He looks really, really steady, useful player. And I think he's got a good future ahead of him. Played for Northern Ireland's senior team, and he's 17, so that or 18, yeah.
Oh, well done.
Played like twice,
yeah,
which shows the level of Northern Ireland, but like still a big deal.
They're a tiny country. I don't know what you expect. Where do I think we'll finish? I reckon we'll be 14th, 12, 13, 14, somewhere like that.
Andy, there was rumours that Omar Richards had broken his leg, but he's on the bench, so he clearly hasn't. Yeah, he must have definitely took a knock though, you know. So.
Okay, thanks for the translation, Tristan. Yeah. I will learn more, I promise. So I don't know any Hertha Berlin players. Should I? Is anyone that stands
probably
out?
A few that you might know if you saw the team.
Yeah.
Like John Joe Kenny, ex-Everton.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
He's gone now. Not that amazing to be fair. I mean, he's been in Germany before. He was with Schalke, and he was also with Celtic in Scotland, obviously.
It would be Ian Storey-Moore, Luke, because he was my hero when I first started to go to the City Ground in 1968. And I was absolutely gutted when he went to Man U. Yeah, Stuart Pearce, Roy Keane. The list endless, really, but Ian Storey-Moore always sticks in my mind about, you know.
Jovetic used to play for Man City quite a while ago.
Right, yeah.
Anyone else there?
Quite a big squad, haven't they?
Sunjic was at Birmingham last season, so we would have seen him play.
Right.
Don't
recall him.
Kevin Prince Boateng.
Oh, heard of him, yep.
Tuanariga's pretty good, young player. And I've heard of the number 8 as well. Piontek, when he first came on the scene, was meant to be like this wonder kid, and he kind of dropped off.
Didn't, yeah.
But, and I've also heard of their number 21, Platten Hart.
What flag's that?
Montenegro.
Montenegro, right, okay.
Yeah, that's our analysis of Hertha Berlin squad.
Yes, in depth, I thought. Well, Luke, I'd go with all 4 of those players, past and present. Yeah, I think at the current current Forest squad, I would like to meet Worrell because he's a Nottingham lad. Oh, the corners, Kenny Burns. He was good, underrated.
Was he right?
Centre half. He was 6. Or was it 5? He was a defender anyway. See, Cloughie in those days, he signed has-beens and wannabes, a bit like Cooper. Players whose careers were on the way out, and he'd bring youngsters in. And that's why we were so successful. Caught everybody off guard. And I think that's what's going to happen with us this season.
Surridge is like a wannabe, and he's done really well.
Yeah, rating.
Cook technically was kind of getting past it, and he's done amazing.
Yeah.
So,
but like I said ages ago, Cook plays like he's been here all his career.
And that's why I'm not worried about the fact we signed loads of players, because unlike years ago when we signed 14 players, pretty much all of them were useless besides McKenna, and Cafu still kicking around as well, and Taylor is as well.
Has Cafu featured in this?
Yeah, he was in the first half.
All right.
McKenna's obviously by far the best by a mile.
Read it backwards.
And
have you got a pen?
Ultimately,
Mark.
They weren't good enough.
I'll just call you Mark if you don't mind, Mark.
Those players weren't good enough. These players are. It's got to be a gigantic bonus. And you saw Cook came in, looked like he'd been there for years. Why shouldn't these guys? Williams looked pretty comfortable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we probably got him.
He looks really. Yeah. He was kind of at fault for the goal, but there was more to it because,
yeah, but this is a training match.
Taylor was fouled, to be honest.
Right.
So it should have really not counted, I suppose.
Yes, Charlie, I'd love to go for a pint with the Johnsons. I'd buy him a pint.
Yeah, I was going to say it's definitely not 20 degrees. It feels way hotter than that. So it feels like 25 degrees. But in this room, it feels really hot because there's no.
Cheers, Tim. Yeah, Boxford, really nice place. Well, so's Grantham.
Been nowhere near as intense the second half, but
no,
we've still looked the better team. We still look comfortable. Here's Mighton, kind of on his own.
Mighton, again, I rate that lad. I don't think we should loan him out. I think there must be a place for him. Who's number 50?
Aaron Donnelly.
Is that Irish?
Northern Irish.
Northern Irish. Oh yeah, he said
He's a good player. Dale Taylor. He's got good footwork and
look at that
skill.
That was a rugby tackle that German lad did.
Here's the issue of Mighton is he needs to play football regularly. He's not He's not going to get that with us.
Do you think we'll beat Man City at the where do they play?
Etihad.
Etihad? No.
Let's be realistic.
No. I was talking to a Man City fan yesterday.
They're going to absolutely annihilate the league.
Yeah,
they already do.
They're going to win the league, and
they're going to win
probably the League Cup again for the 5th year running.
They're going to win it even more.
Yeah,
like they're getting rid of liabilities like Sterling and
Pioka, Strauss.
Jesus and Zinchenko, but they can get even better, can't they?
Oh God, that's an Israeli team, isn't it? I can't pronounce it.
I feel a third goal coming. I do. I feel a third goal. Get it off,
So were the Lyle Taylor's goals good?
First one was a tap in from no distance at all, and the second was a really.
I like Taylor. I've always liked him. Again, he's a true gent.
Quite a cute finish, really. From
okay, yeah.
It was a mistake from the goalie. 3-2 in. What game was that, Charlie? Oh yes. I was thinking of Forest and Leeds games against Norwich, and you mean against City, but I do actually. That was one of Norwich's few good moments in the Premier League in the last few attempts. And then
Was that last season?
No, that was the last time they got relegated.
Oh, yeah.
The year before the COVID lockdown year.
So that's 19 then.
Yeah. Actually, 1920 season.
We do live in weird times. What with COVID, Brexit, the war in Ukraine, and it is a war. Eve, hello, how are you? And now the heat.
That's climate change, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all our fault, that is. Every time you start your engine.
And what makes it really bad for us, I mean, this is totally off topic, but we're not built for really hot heat, are we?
Nope.
The UK. So.
Not like in sunny Spain, where they've got central heating. Aircon.
Oh, that's a bit unlikely.
Oh, he's got tickets for the Notts game. Yeah, we're going.
So if
It'd be nice to go to Medley.
If anyone is going to Notts and they see us, feel free to come up to us.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Because, we love getting people on our vlogs and meeting people.
So is that, So when we play Valencia at Meadow Lane, that's obviously a home game.
Technically. Well, you look at the crowd here, it's all Forest. I don't think there's any Hertha fans. I mean, there might be a few, but there will be a few, but they actually took a relatively good support to Derby. I don't know who they are. They lost to Derby, so no wonder they're losing to us. But you look at all that, it was all Forest, like a home game.
Yeah, Tim, it is hot, but not as bad as last night or the night before.
Of course, Eve. Yeah. Of course.
Yep. Of course you can, Eve.
Yeah, Tim, it's not as hot. It's mad to think, though. It still feels really warm. Yeah, the last 2 days, it's been like 15 degrees hotter than this. And it makes you think, well, how did we cope? Bianco does look impressive. Yeah, I like the look of him. Number 2. Need to see more of him, of course, but he looks pretty useful.
Have a good season. We don't just batter us 4-2 again.
We can't promise that, I'm afraid. That was a great game. But Ben Osborne, we're losing twice when we beat you, remember? I think we've actually beaten you 14 before as well, actually. The mad thing is, when we beat you 2-0 in 1920 season, and everyone was saying, Forest to win the title, and then we couldn't really bottle it anymore if we tried. That for like a year was our best moment in like the last about 5 years.
Yeah.
And since then we've topped it, but like 20 times over, more than that.
Right.
So now suddenly we just don't think about it. Lots of things to think about ahead of it now.
The shirts do seem weird without a sponsor. I mean, obviously, that's
we're surely going to get one.
We will get a sponsor, yes. You're turning down money, aren't you? Oh, good attempt there.
Well, it's true, actually,
happy
Charlie.
birthday, Eve, yes.
It's true, Charlie, actually, because remember we went away to Ellen Road and we kind of got robbed because Kimo Roof handballed it. We drew 1-1, and then what we did? The other game we obviously, like you mentioned, the 4-2. It's been some very good games against Leeds down the year, so it'd be good to see that be a Premier League fixture.
Yeah, Brennan is a goat. Definitely.
It's going to be great in the Prem, hopefully, for us. It should be.
Well, I don't like to ask Steve, but I hope everything goes all right.
This is the 11 that sees out the game. And so with a neat flick to Donnelly.
Oh, yeah. Good luck. Hope everything's okay.
Well, it's probably good that they're, going to put a ban on betting sponsors, to be honest.
David, hello. How are you?
What?
I think this is Mr. Bicker here.
Okay.
Have you seen that Premier League?
That's
what sort of batting?
Oh, that explains a lot, and doesn't it?
What are set to ban betting sponsors?
Yeah, it's now around 10 years since she beat us 7-3. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
It's a very long time ago.
As the new signings been? We haven't even seen all of them yet, but Williams looks very, very good. Henderson looks very good, to be honest, pretty comfortable. Nick Carter looks very good. We're still yet to see the best of a one year up front. But yeah, they all look pretty promising. Toffolo look rather comfortable, and it's still pretty early days, isn't it? So,
Who's number 42 for us?
Canate? No, it's not Canate, is it? It was Canate. I don't even know, actually. I don't even know. I need to check whether he's even on the pitch.
Well, that's very nice of you, Eve. Yeah. Yeah, really looking forward to this season from West Ham onwards. And of course, all the away matches, we'll be watching those.
Yeah. Even though we're not at the away games, it's I really like the way we do it. Like, it's quite unique, I think.
Thank you, AA.
And, you know, especially with our new backdrop, it will look even better reacting to the games.
I don't know why I'm looking at that, because it's that, isn't it?
You know, you can't even see this for, but you should have done if you've watched the channel before.
Yeah.
As a whole, we'll want to see out the game with the winning tact.
Yeah, I started to watch the England-Spain game.
70 likes. If you could get it up to 100, that'd be excellent. There's not 100 people in here, but let's just say 90. Let's be generous. Go to 90 likes or anything, quite frankly. I'd appreciate that very much. If you are new, please feel free to hit the like button. Subscribe to Rads. It's vastly appreciated, and it goes a long way. So, yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Robert. Yes, for pointing out. Number 42 is Dale Taylor.
Ah, yes. So I thought it was 36 for some reason.
Bong, not a goat. I would agree with you there. A nice chap, but not brilliant on the pitch.
No, he's horrendous, is what he is.
He's horrendous, yeah. So 10 minutes to go. Forest 2, Hertha Berlin 1.
I used to have a Hertha Berlin flag.
Well, it's in there, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, our neighbour used to be from Germany, and he got it. So,
No, not used to be. He is from Germany.
Well, no.
He is from Berlin, and Hertha's his team.
No, he used. What I meant to say is he used to live here, and he bought it, and he was from.
He used to live next door to us.
So he hasn't changed nationality.
He has gone back. No, he hasn't changed nationality. Don't want to be German anymore. I want to be Austrian. No, he's gone back to Berlin, but he did buy David a Hertha Berlin flag. And what else? All the merchandise?
No, he didn't buy me anything else.
No?
He definitely didn't buy me a shirt. I know that.
So, just get this straight. Derby are in relegated.
Yeah, okay.
That's what somebody's just put earlier.
Right,
News to me.
Thanks for reminding us, everyone.
Absolutely. I'm shocked.
Appreciate that.
I think we should have a moment. Oh, no, forget it. We'll have a moment. Yeah, cheers.
Don't ever kill it.
All good shot.
And it's skewed at. And it's an opportunity that goes begging for them.
A missed opportunity there.
Yeah, it's not been quite as intense the second half. We still look the better side, though, I'd say.
There's hardly anybody there, look.
I swear that stand last time had Forest fans in, and now probably because that was the away end, and for this game we basically get the whole stadium.
The whole stadium, yeah,
and
because
Hertha basically don't have any fans there, so that's
9.
Just a warning sign though for Forest, who had otherwise really been cruising.
But this is just a typical pre-season friendly. They're trying, but nobody's like trying 100%, are they? Because they don't want to get injured for a start.
No.
Yeah. To beat Leicester the way we did in the Cup last season, and then Arsenal in that all-white kit.
We need to buy an attacking midfielder and get another striker, in my opinion. Thought Mbisse hasn't looked so bad. Maybe a loan. Well, I personally, out of Mbisse and Panzer, I probably would have kept Panzer ahead of him, to be honest. But it's quite even.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want any rejects from Olympiacos. No, I think we need to get Garner if we can, Lingard if we can, and Davis if we can, and the team will be nicely shaped.
Yeah.
Lingard and Garner, fantastic.
Please. Love that.
Man United B team, I don't care. Call us what you want.
Well, if we get Garner, that's the best signing of the whole summer, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And he was already with us. But
Yeah.
getting back would be amazing.
There won't be a great deal of adjusting for him because, about 2 seasons has been with us.
Justice for Xander Silva. He's not going to be good enough, is he, Xander Silva?
No. Oh, good ball.
I do like Ollie Hammond, he's good.
Good cross. Nobody there. OJ.
Hey!
That was one of the maddest
awful.
own goals I have ever seen.
That was dreadful. He looked gutted either.
I think he does look gutted.
I don't even know. That was a great ball from Oliver Hammond. Good ball into the box from Donnelly. That was terrible. Haley was the closest there to getting his foot on it, but he was never going to.
Tony, hello. Come on, you Reds. 3-1. That was his own goal. Yeah, that.
I mean, this is like us.
That was a particularly good one.
This is like us playing Southampton or something. So that's encouraging. I know it's pre-season, but still.
Yeah, 3-1 more.
Oh, he's Norwich. I've actually heard of him. Oh, wait, four. It's not 4. That's wrong. I mean, I wouldn't mind if it was, but we've got the scoreline on. It's not even 4-1. They've put the 4-1 on the scoreline here, but I mean, fair enough. Hammond looks very.
As an own goal, that was a really good one.
And, I mean, it's slightly out of date now because players have, it's changed in that. But 2 months ago, I did a video essay, which I do want to do more of. But I did a video essay about our youth academy. So if you want to get a bit of an insight into some of these players, then that video should give you a good idea. Hopefully.
Jerry Lolly rumoured to be going to Cov. News on the hour.
I've seen like he might be going back to Huddersfield, to be honest. I think it's sad.
It is sad. I've always liked him. Did we sign him from Huddersfield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No lolly grabs Figueiredo, who we've had for so long. It's a bit of a shock, really.
Mm.
The really players like Wall and Yates would be our longest serving players.
Yeah.
Jordan Smith and players like that.
You forget about Jordan Smith, don't you? He just sits waiting.
It's harsh. Like it's just been dropped out of the team. Go on, Martin. Oh, that's a good clearance.
Good. No, he's going to PSG for that much amount of money.
He's earned it. But let's face it, he's been off the pace the last 2 years, Lolly. So he's always going to get.
Oh wait, to put the right score up, though.
Well, if we don't get a 4th, it would certainly be right. Well, this is the best outing by a mile in pre-season. It's a bit of an interesting campaign. Joe Lolly, Neymar, swap deal? No thanks. Wouldn't want Neymar.
Don't want Neymar, no. Very talented player, obviously, but a cheat. Mardy mustard. You don't need players like that.
Mbappe. Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, I'll have him.
Go on then.
Although he tends to cheat a little bit, but I can overlook. No, I can't overlook it. No. Go on.
It's been comfortable, hasn't it? Really, this. 90 people in here. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yes, welcome.
Appreciate that. If you are new, like I say, hit the like button and subscribe. All goes a long way, so appreciate it. Don't do many streams these days, so I thought it would be a good opportunity today to do one. And yeah, I needed something to upload as well, to be fair. So yeah, hope you're enjoying, everyone. As for the game, it's been very comfortable for Forest, really. Like, I thought I've had a few chances here and there, but ultimately it's been pretty routine. Saying it's pre-season as well. It's been very good for us. Probably the best outing so far of pre-season. Yeah, I know. I used to stream all the games under lockdown, but like, I really like the way I do it. I did it last season because like you get all the best moments. Whereas with streams, Lyle Taylor scored jack of all trades and an own goal. But
Good one as well.
With streams, like they're good, but you have to like skim through to see all the best bits. And with an actual video, you get about 10 minutes and you get all the best moments. So
the best bits,
and you can edit it. It's better quality as well. So that's why. But even though I don't stream games as much, I do want to do them from time to time because they're still enjoyable to do.
Yeah, good chatting to you, Steve, as well.
I do think Larea, it's just been not really going to get a chance, is he?
He's on the ball. Is he the Canadian?
He's on the ball here, though. Oh,
so he should be going to the World Cup then, shouldn't he?
Yeah,
I recognise him.
He's
now.
massively out of favour though. Like there's Bianco and Williams ahead of him now. Yeah, tell you, you got it on this stream. Actually, you're ahead of us though.
If it was a league game today.
They've scored some cracking goals, the Lionesses have,
Very lenient, to say the least.
In the Norway game in particular. So half time.
By Boateng. This time that time by Cook.
Break here for Hertha.
Final minute.
Zelka with support arriving, but Zelka's pass was intercepted back to Zelka though.
Hertha don't look anything special at all.
No.
Like I say, it's like we're playing like Southampton or something, aren't we?
Yeah, you're right. He would have been better at a club to play him. Yeah.
It's a bit of a left field one as well. Like came out of nowhere, just signing from the MLS. Like it's a bit of a random one. That he's not even looked that bad, but he's just not going to get regular game time, is he? So. It's a good comment. Brandon Johnson himself would win the women's
I'm not going to
Euros.
reply to that. It's a bit of a grey area, isn't it?
There we go. Not even any extra time at all.
None.
3-1. We'll take that. Best performance so far pre-season, definitely. Hey, just can't get enough.
I can't hear it. No.
It is on.
Okay, I believe you. Because technically, this is our home ground. Alex Scott played 140 times for England and never knew that.
But yeah. Who scored? It was Lyle Taylor. Got
Twice.
2 of them and an own goal. A horrific own goal, really.
Monumentally owned.
Really, really decent performance for pre-season anyway. For pre-season standards, it was very good. Got the job done. It was the best performance of pre-season so far. But an entirely different team in the second half, pretty much. And ultimately, another good outing. We have another 3 pre-season games. Union Berlin, Notts County, and Valencia. We'll be going to the last 2. So there'll be vlogs. I'm really excited to bring back vlogs. I haven't been able to do any since the playoff final. And
Notts County will be a test for us, though, won't it?
Given the fact I always vlog home matches, to go to the middle lane would be pretty cool. Not a very good ground though, obviously, but
it's got a sister called Brenda Johnson.
I say, it's better grounds, obviously. It's a different ground, isn't it? So, yeah. One question here, though. Do I play FPL? Not really, because I played it in the past and I just basically give up with it. Or not give up, just forget about it. But I do see the interest people have. Goal scorers, like we said, Lyle-Taylor got 2 and an own goal. But good performance, really. These were the goals that.
Fantastic own goal. Good header.
That one.
Put some power behind it.
That was the end of the goal, lad.
Was it their goal?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Yeah, I knew that.
It's a completely different kind of goal. What are you talking about? Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. I don't know when the next stream would be. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate it as always. Hit the like button if you have enjoyed this. Subscribe to Rads for plenty of videos, vlogs when the season gets going. There's going to be so many amazing vlogs I can do next season. Like the biggest teams in the country coming to the City Ground. some phenomenal atmosphere.
They're quaking in their boots.
Like, you know, we're going to see some incredible moments, and you know, it'll be a tough season, but it's going to be a very, very special one, and one we haven't experienced for a long time. So, yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this, everyone, and I'll see you very soon. There should be a video Friday as well, by the way. So, yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. See you very soon.
You Reds.
Up the Reds.